Hi guys! Welcome to this free session today. So I'm gonna just quickly tell you what we're gonna be talking about today, and then so you know, it's gonna be like half an hour, I think, maybe more or less, probably more. Okay, so I'm gonna shortly tell you about who am I, because I think it's important that you know who is doing the facilitating. And then I'm gonna shortly explain what is it that I mean when I say switch from trauma to mirroring, trauma learning to mirroring learning, and how it can really transform your life. Then we're gonna do this incredible meditation where we will go into the subconscious and release a trauma that you have, and then try to discuss like how can you apply the mirroring in that aspect of your life, okay, so that you wouldn't go dig on the trauma again, right? So well, shortly, my name is Dora, you know that already, I hope. So I live in Croatia, that's in the Mediterranean. Basically I live in paradise and I wouldn't change it for the world. I love the sea, I love our nature here. I have been a seer since birth, so I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen the Holy Mary and Jesus, loads of angels, and all sorts of entities. I've had attacks, like a gazillion of them, and one of the biggest things in my life was how to learn to like not just fight them, like, but like to actually remove them altogether from my life. And it's been months and months now, so I actually currently believe I have succeeded. So I have been a healer also since birth, but till I was maybe 15, it was all very spontaneous. I would just soak up other people's pain and then transmute it. It was like, okay, I gotta go learn. So I actually became a professional healer, a holistic type of healer in 2010. In 2013, I opened my practice, been doing that ever since. I did take a break for a few years since Corona and COVID, sorry, English, right? Yeah, you also say Corona, right? Doesn't matter, right? So I also am an artist. I sing, I do music, and all sorts of stuff, but not so important right now. So I think this was the shortest possible for you to get to know me. And so what is it that I mean? Trauma to mirroring. All right, you guys, so let's say you felt jealous about a person. Somebody has something, like most people, they don't even understand that there's types of thoughts and that not all thoughts are your thoughts. And so when you feel that kind of a deep negative emotion towards somebody, or let's say disgust, you hate somebody's behavior, like you need to like take a step back and just think about it. Do you really hate the behavior in the other person? Or is it an invitation for you to look inward and to think about, do you have that kind of a behavior yourself? So you're maybe like reluctant to like learn, to develop as a person, and then you're like blaming other people for basically your own behaviors, right? Or is it that maybe it's something that you want to have implement, like somebody, I don't know, laughs a lot and you don't laugh, and then you're like jealous because that person laughs. It's like, it's never the other person. It's what I'm trying to say. In this very short session today, I can't go in too much depth about it, but I'm really asking you, go inward and think about what I'm saying, because when I do this with my clients, they really do get it. They get it, and then, but then again, you have to be that kind of a person that wants to like go in and self-develop, just become a better person, you know. I think this work is super important because once you start applying, you just transform your life. If you know anything about quantum physics and the way actually the world works, you will understand that when you have these negative thoughts towards yourself or towards other people, you basically just manifest more and more bad stuff. So, like, first things first, you gotta understand negative thoughts, what they are, like, are they yours even or not? If they're not yours, how to get them to leave. If they are yours, they are just simply God asking you to look inward and to develop, right? So, unfortunately, in our little 3D world full of so many bad emotions, bad words, bad everything, people get traumatized. People get really, really hurt by other people's words and actions, and well, it's just time. It's just time. Let's just stop doing that. Let's first of all clean all that up and then start from ourselves. We gotta change how we behave towards each other, towards ourselves, and like that meme that's like circling, we need to reparent ourselves and then parent our children in a better way. So let's head on. All right, so let's say somebody hurt you. Is it your expectation from the other person that the other person did something different that hurt you? Or is it maybe your own expectation that you didn't expect something from yourself? Like, there is always a different way of not just perceiving what happened, but also of like doing differently in the future. There is a different way that you can respond to stuff happening to you, okay? And when you start doing this, you transform your life. You just can't not transform your life. You gotta understand that. So for today, let's say I'm gonna share my own, one of my first, one of my own first realized mirrorings. Okay, so it was 2010, 9, I don't know. And there was this chick, and she was starting her own business, and I wasn't at that time, and she was using some kind of leverage, and I was like kind of disgusted by what she's doing. And also I felt jealous, kind of, not completely, but I was like, why is she doing that? Like, that's not the way you're supposed to. You're supposed to like go all clean into it, la la la. But the point was, it's not about her. It's about what is it that God wants me to do. And then at some point I was like, oh, but I'm not jealous of her. I don't care. I want her all the best. I actually did a whole like forgiveness within myself, and I was sending her loads of blessings, and she got published in a book and all that. I was really genuinely happy for her later, okay? So when I figured out, oh, it's just an inner calling that my soul wants a business. And I was like, oh, and the jealousy was like, just not there anymore, all right? And about traumatic healing, well, that's kind of not just snapping your fingers, all right? You gotta go into your subconscious. You just can't go like, oh, I'm gonna talk myself out of it. No, because you have to respect the way your body functions, okay? So if you go into the subconscious, you can change stuff. So what do I mean by that? I mean, you go into a meditation, you get your brain into the alpha or theta waves. So to put it in a more bland kind of way of putting it, sorry, my English, oh, but I'm cute, right? Oh, that was creation. So I think I'm getting nervous when I don't have English words in my head right away, but it's okay. So when you go to sleep, before you actually fall asleep, you enter this state, which is like, you kind of know where you are, but at the same time you're already somewhere else. Sorry, 1 second. All right, so was it interrupted? I hope not. Anyway, So you go into the subconscious like that. You achieve that half awake kind of brain state. And in that state, you can shift what your beliefs are. You can rewrite, reprogram yourself. And that is important because when you do that, you change the way you react to stuff. You change the way you react to other people's bad words, bad behavior, la la la. And when you change the way you react, you slowly rewrite, and I really mean this quite literally, you rewrite your life. And everything that comes at you, slowly or not so slowly, just changes into something with a better vibe. Let's just put it that way, right? Okay, so I mentioned already, okay, so you gotta go deep. You can't just go like la 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 blah blah blah, speaking it from here. You gotta go in. And what today we're going to do, and quite soon because it's been almost 15 minutes of me talking, all right? We're going to do a meditation, go really deep in. I want you to already now start thinking about what is the one thing that's keeping you stagnant in your life. So let's try to rewrite a trauma, okay? We all have loads of them. But let's try to rewrite a trauma. So you think about it. What is the one thing that's keeping you stagnant? Is it I'm not worthy enough? Is it I don't have skills? Is it like, you know what it is? That one thing, okay? When we go deep in, we'll try to find the root. If we don't find it, it's okay. And then we will need to implement that, okay? We will find the root, we will rewrite it with something nice, with you understanding what happened, and with mirroring, with learning from mirroring, no longer pain. And then when you come out of the meditation, you're going to reflect on what you thought, what you saw, what you thought, what you felt, and you're going to think about it in daytime and try to like understand what I was saying right now. That I want you to understand the trauma that happened, forgive yourself, forgive the other person, shift the perspective. You already did the rewriting in your subconscious, and then try to implement the mirroring in your daily life. So these integrations, they usually take some time to actually happen, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it too. And not just me, there's a whole bunch of other people who are doing stuff like this, and you can do it. Okay. So let me just check if there's something else that I need to point out. Oh yeah, I do want to point out one more thing. The mirroring is not just bad stuff, okay? There are always two sides of the coin. Like there's a lower and a higher expression of everything. So let's say you meet this person and you're like, oh, this person is incredible. I love this person. Again, it's an invitation for you to look inward. Yes, this person is incredible, okay. But it's an invitation for you to understand, why do you think that person is incredible? Is it something within you that resonates with this other person that you maybe are called to expand and grow more? Okay, it doesn't always have to be negative stuff, right? So, you know, imagine living like that. Imagine living in a way that somebody tells you a bad thing, and instead of you being all hurt and broken and that being a tip of the iceberg of the pain that was there loading for years, or not loading, but you know, the English word for it, stacking for years. And then you have this other way of living where you go like, oh, I can just grow right here, right now. Snap, I grew. And then there's something more and more beautiful, and probably more and more of these positive stuff happen than the negative, right? So, after having said a gazillion words, I think it's time we go into the meditation. And then afterwards, I'll tell you about the 50% off winner, and I'll tell you about this course that I'm going to be holding. I just want to press play on the gentle music for the meditation, right? Okay. Well, it's possibly not. Can you guys hear this? I'm gonna leave it at 9, and hopefully you hear it. Okay. If you have water, take a sip of water. I'm gonna do that. If you're alone, you can do this now. I really do want you to have peace and to relax, to be undisturbed for this session. And if you're not alone, it's okay. You can just watch and then do the replay, okay? So first of all, take a seat, or you can stand like I'm doing, but better to be seated or laying down. If you're seated, it's best that your spine is straight, but make sure you're very relaxed physically. And when you're ready, you can close your eyes. Just breathe normally right now. I want you to focus on your whole body. Become aware of your head, of your arms, legs, of your whole torso. Allow it to relax. Take a deep breath into your belly. Take a small pause and breathe longer than you inhaled. Now do that again and again. And feel your whole body relax. One more time. Shift your perspective to your heart. If you can, feel a spark of joy right now. And understand you are way more than just your body. Allow your soul to drift off. There is an incredible space just for you. Your own little paradise. Go there. What do you see? Is there a beach? A forest? Is there a home? Investigate like a little child. And feel your heart emanating brilliant, brilliant, intensive white light. That is you. Allow it to go bigger and brighter. And allow it to shine upon your place of paradise. feel you are completely safe and loved. I ask the Creator now, please send us angels and archangels. Send us angels and archangels of healing, of love, and of peace, of growth and understanding. Allow us to feel them, to feel the peace and the love. Allow us to see their light. You are a child of Creator. You are connected to Him. Allow yourself to feel the immense love the Creator has for you. Allow yourself to be loved. Now pump up that love and burst it out. Burst it everywhere around you. Make it stronger and brighter. Feel the protective circle of angels and understand that nothing can touch you. Nothing that is not of the highest good cannot touch you. Remember the one thing you thought about that is keeping you stuck in this life. I want you to imagine a place within your body where that energy is stuck. Do you have it? It doesn't matter if it's there as physical pain. Just imagine a place. And now an angel of healing, God's angel, is coming there, reaching in and taking this energy very gently and with so much love, taking it out and sending it to the Creator to be transformed. You can feel the love being put in that place. You can feel tissue reconnecting. You are energy. Love is you. You are love. The love is healing you from within. And now you will have an image, a memory pop up of when this traumatic energy first was introduced to you. Do you remember? Is it something you remembered before? Just breathe through it. It is no longer a part of you, just a memory. Can you shift the perspective from you being hurt to you being invited by God to grow? Can you also bring understanding and forgiveness for the other person not knowing better and doing harm from their own neglected pain. Can the love within you allow it? Allow the love within you to forgive the other person for hurting you, and for this seed to have grown into a tree with many branches. Forgive this person. Feel love for this person. Feel love for this situation. Feel love and gratitude for the growth. Feel love and gratitude that now you no longer need to grow from pain. Now forgive yourself for having received the hurt and taking it as your own. Forgive yourself for allowing disrespect from yourself to yourself. As a child of God, you are always to respect yourself and others, and to love yourself and others. And now bring forgiveness into this. Now, let's bring more understanding into this situation. There is an angel of God approaching you and whispering wisdom. This is why this little seed has grown into a tree of trauma we are now removing. But at the same time, you have grown in many, many ways because of this situation, and you have become a better person, and many other good things have happened. You just need to see them. But you will no longer want to learn from trauma because you can't choose otherwise. And now angels of God are implementing a new understanding into your being, that when a new situation arrives, you will remember. You will remember it's an invitation to look inward. You will remember this moment, and you will understand what you're being asked to do. In what way can you grow from another situation and no longer stack pain, but stack love and understanding and mutual understanding? Give gratitude to yourself, to the people who've hurt you. Give forgiveness. And now understand that it will take you some time to integrate this. It's a new knowledge. It is already within you, but you will need some time for it to become a constant part of your life, if you will it so. With all the love and gratitude, now scream within you, "Thank you, God. I am so ready for more love, more mutual understanding, and more harmony. Thank you, God." And remember that one thing that you're trying to achieve in your life. And now allow God's angels to retweak your frequency so that you may actually move in that direction. So that you become resonant with what you want in your life. It is always through God we achieve the greatest things, because we are narrow-minded and He is not. And He loves us, and He will grant you everything that is for your highest good. Allow yourself. You must allow yourself to receive it. Staying in this high state of love and gratitude, I want you to remember you have a body, a beautiful body that can move and dance and have food and drink. And now, when you're ready, remember where you are and slowly open your eyes. And we'll come back. Okay? Maybe have a sip of water. Actually, water is totally helping you to implement this within your body. So I encourage you to do it. Okay? I would really love to hear in the comments what this was like for you. If you feel like it, to share what was the trauma that you were healing, and in the days after this to let me know, if some things were popping up in your reality that were different. I'm really interested to know how you react to all this. Okay? So let's see what we got up now. Okay, yeah, now how do you implement this? So depending on what your trauma was, right? You already have the understanding and the knowledge. I just really want you to have that moment when something happens in your life, and it's going to. I mean, we can't live isolated, right? So just go this is that moment where I choose how to react, and then you choose differently. This is how you integrate, and that is the way that this becomes permanent in your life, and slowly or not so slowly completely transforms the way you live and what you experience as a side effect. So actually I'm experiencing a really, really nice life now because of these kinds of things. Okay, and so this brings us to a close because it's been more than 30 minutes. So I want to point out that if you want a 50% off for my course coming up on November 11, so 11/11, you just need to leave a comment underneath. And I would really love that to be about your experience with the meditation, but you can leave just any comment and you will go into the draw. Whether it's live or you're watching this on replay, you can just, hashtag replay. I just really would like to know who watched it and to get some feedback, So I will be posting the winner, announcing the winner on Monday, probably around this time, somewhere 4 or 5 p.m. CET. Okay, that's my time. Around the time of this, on Monday, you will know who won, and then on Wednesday we are starting with the course. That is going to last 8 weeks or 9, kind of, because every 8 days it's going to be an hour long, and not this superficial, right? This is a free session. So here you get to know who I am, you get to take a peek into what this whole thing is, what I'm trying to teach you, and there you will have 8 deep, in-depth sessions with all kinds of knowledge, and I will also have a Facebook group with questions and answers and mutual sharing and all that. So let me know, please, how this was for you, and if you want in, leave a comment, you know. And the resonance from within, that's how the course is called, and you also have a Facebook event with it, so you can go to the Facebook event, you know, read the description, there's a link for the ticket, or you can just, you know, send me a message if you want to know more about this. I will point out that I have been working since 2013, but with local people mostly. Okay, there's been foreigners, but after having this break and having a kid and a home life, I really feel like it would be a lot easier for me to work online. So this is kind of like, at the same time, I have so much knowledge and so much experience, and then at the same time, I'm completely new because I'm like learning I was just like, how do I do Facebook Live? Like, how do I set up stuff? And at the same time, it's like really knowing and not knowing stuff. It's kind of funny for me. So I'm learning along with you, just in some other areas, right? Well, that's about it, because I am running out of my personal time, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you like this, if you like this kind of content, please share, because right now my algorithm sucks. So I know a lot of locals who like this kind of stuff, but not all of them speak English, so it's really like starting a whole new business, basically. So please share the love. Love you guys. Bye. Have a brilliant rest of your day.